So we tend to think of our health in, two separate buckets, right?
Yeah, completely separate.
You've got your mental health, stress, anxiety, all that over in one corner.
And then your physical health is in the other. The flu, a sore back, feeling tired.
But the framework we're digging into today says, nope, they're not just neighbors.
They're the same house.
Yeah.
And it's a house that can burn down very, very quickly. It's what the source calls a vicious cycle of imbalance.
A vicious cycle. I like that. It maps out how a thought literally becomes a physical problem.
And maybe more terrifyingly, how a physical problem can start to rewrite your entire personality.
That's the part that really got me. I mean, we all kind of understand the first half of the loop.
Sure, the mental to physical path.
Exactly. Stress gives you a headache. We get that.
Yeah.
But this framework calls things like worry and fear the root cause of physical disease.
Not just a contributor, the root cause. And that's such a crucial distinction.
It is.
It's not just that being stressed makes you feel a bit run down. It's a physiological process. You're flooding your system with cortisol, with inflammation. You are, in a very real sense, converting an abstract thought into tissue damage.
But then the cycle flips, and I think this is where it gets darker. The source says physical sickness corrodes the mind. And my first thought was, sure, I'm grumpy when I have a cold, but it's suggesting something way beyond just being grumpy.
It's about behavioral degradation. That's the term. It links poor physical health to very specific personality shifts.
Like what?
Negativity, first of all. Constant complaining. And the really big one, harshness toward others.
Harshness toward others. Wow. That hits hard. It sort of implies that snapping at your partner might not be a character flaw in that moment.
It might just be a biological symptom.
So my being a jerk could just be my body being inflamed or exhausted.
It forces you to look at everyday arguments differently.
Yeah.
Right? If your body is underfueled or tired, your brain's capacity for things like patience and empathy just, it tanks.
It creates a deficit.
You become biologically incapable of patience. And that, of course, just feeds the cycle. You're harsh. That creates stress, which causes more mental pain, which makes the physical illness even worse.
Okay, so if we're stuck in this spiral where my back pain makes me mean and being mean makes my back hurt more, how do you break it?
Well, this is where the blueprint shifts from a circle to a structure, a foundation.
It introduces the 3 pillars of balanced health.
And I love that it calls them pillars, because it implies they're structurally necessary. You can't hold up a roof with just 2 pillars. The whole thing collapses.
So what are they?
It's not some complex biohack. It's 3, as they put it, non-negotiables. Proper nutrition, moderate exercise, and adequate rest.
Let's start with nutrition. The source defines it as consistently giving your body appropriate and nourishing food.
And that word consistently is key. Think back to that harshness we were talking about. If your blood sugar is all over the place because you're not eating well, your brain reads that instability as a threat. It triggers the stress response. So you're not just eating for energy, you're eating to signal safety to your own nervous system.
That's a great way to put it. Then there's pillar 2, moderate exercise. And the language here is really uncompromising.
Oh, yeah.
It calls regular activity a non-negotiable part of maintaining health.
Non-negotiable, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, we often treat exercise like it's a way to earn a dessert or something.
Right. It's transactional.
But in this mind-body loop, exercise is the physical release valve for all that mental stress. If you don't move, that energy stays trapped. It contributes to the physical breakdown. You can't negotiate with your body's need to move.
And the last pillar, number 3, adequate rest. The time for recovery and balance.
Absolutely. If you're sleep deprived, the connection between your brain's emotional centers and its logic centers gets really weak.
So that harshness toward others.
It's almost guaranteed when you're exhausted. Sleep is where the body actively repairs the damage from the day's stress. Without it, that pillar just snaps.
And the whole roof of balanced health comes crashing down.
And you slide right back into that vicious cycle.
It really reframes the idea of having a bad day. It's not random. It could just be a structural failure.
Exactly. You can't just think your way out of a broken system. You have to support the structure itself.
Which leaves us with a pretty challenging thought for the rest of the week. If a physical imbalance can directly cause harshness toward others, then we have to ask a tough question. The next time you're in an argument, you have to stop and ask,
is this really about them?
Is this a real conflict, or is this just a sleep deficit wallowing a mess?
That's the question to ask before every argument.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.